Basking capybara. Wizards? That's not how you spell capybara. Capybara is a real thing, and that's not how you spell it. Oh, that is how you spell it. Okay, I'm the one who's been spelling it wrong. Understood. Oh, lads. Let's look at these cards, man. Let's look at these cards. There should be quite a few. Do we have all the cards yet? Where are we standing? Mythic Spoiler says 192 out of 233. So close to everything. Okay. When 4 mana 3/2, ETB search the library for a land or cave, put it onto the battlefield tap to then shuffle. It's Quinth, the firstborn of Gishath. 2 mana Dino. Well, chat. Here we go. Dino Tribal. All depends on this card. You can't play Tribal with no 2-drops. Do we have Dinos? Red, green, legendary. Okay, terrible start. Gotta say, for a 2-drop. Haste. Recovering, we're recovering. ETB, you may pay 2. If you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage to target creature equal to its power. Actually, not bad. 2/3 haste for 2, man. 2/3 haste for 2 with upside. Pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you're going to play this in Gruul, like normal Gruul aggro, but honestly, maybe you would. But definitely good enough for your Dino Tribal. In fact, maybe you would. Actually, you probably would play this in. Good with like normal Gruul. Good with Kamano, right? Good with Summit. It's really good with the lightning bolt thing. What's that called again? The red trick. Gives you like +3/+1, right? This becomes a 5/4, man. So it's gonna kill whatever their blocker is and not die. I'd say this is very good, chat. Get your uncommon wild cards out. You're gonna be crafting at least 1 dino. Probably 3 dinos though, so far from what I've seen. Basking capybara. Wizards? That's not how you spell capybara. Capybara is a real thing, and that's not how you spell it. Yeah, it is. What do you mean, yeah, it is? No, it's not. Oh, that is how you spell it. Okay, I'm the one who's been spelling it wrong. Understood. There's a capybara in Super Auto Pets, and that's not how it's spelt. But it is capybara, rodent. 35 to 66 kilos. What a fat cunt, man. Like 66 kilo rat. Chonky ass. CROKEYZ was calling it Hydrochaeris before this. True. Alright, anyway, what does the card actually do? 2 mana, 1/3. 2 mana, 4/3 if you have Descended 4. Understood. Very bad. A braid. Alright, step 1, banger. Step 2, the braid hasn't even rotated out yet, and they've added a new one. I'm not discussing a braid, chat. Let's move on. Frilled Caveworm. 4 mana, 2/5. 4/5 if you've Descended 4. Scuffed. Primordial Gnaw. 5 mana, 5/2. When it dies, discover 3. I bet people will say this is really good in Limited, but I bet you it sucks. It is a value creature, yeah, but it's gonna die to 2-drops, man, which is very bad. Highest quality image here. Kaslam's Stone Tree and Kaslam's Strider. When it enters the battlefield, 3 mana, when it enters the battlefield artifact, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Okay. Craft with Cave 6. What does that say, man? What does that say? Oh, that's just flavor text. Oh, okay. Well, that saves us all an eye squint. Rare Dino, Hulking Raptor, 4 mana, Ward 2, at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add GGs. You can go from 4 to 7, huh? 4 to 7. I mean, 4 to 7 is good. The only reason to go 4 to 7 is if you want to cast an Atraxa, right? And if you want to cast an Atraxa, you play the Zendikar. I guess maybe if you're playing just the Gruul, you could use this and go to a tally, but can you... I just think you're going to lose to the normal ramp deck if you do that, though. Right? Stomper and Zendikar is 2 cards. This is 1. I mean, it could be okay. I don't know. So you're playing like Gruul, Dinos going to a tally. I just think that's going to be worse than the normal ramp deck, and therefore nobody will play it. Let's see. Gonna give it a try for sure, just to see how it compares to the normal ramp though. Contested Game Ball. Whenever you're dealt combat damage, attacking player gains control of contested game ball and untaps it. Draw a card and put a point counter on contested game ball. Then if it has 5 or more point counters, sacrifice it and create a treasure token. What? This is not a magic card, man. Worst card of all time. I don't think it's the worst card of all time, but I don't know. It's the worst card in Standard. It's not the worst card in Standard. It's not that bad. So you spend 8 mana and you draw 3. They spend 4 mana and they draw 2. You get a treasure. Okay, it's pretty bad. It's Tome on steroids. Unless I'm misunderstanding it, I think it is pretty bad. Because you cast it for 2. You draw for 2. You've spent 4, right? Then they draw for 2. You draw for 2. They draw for 2. You draw for 2. Yeah, you spend 8, they spend 4, you get 1 card. You basically spend an extra 4 mana to get 1 extra card and 1 treasure. It's terrible, right? If you use it as a sideboard card against control, I guess it's a bank buster, yeah. Maybe it is gas against Gandalfs. Because they do have some ways to deal damage, right? Mirrex, Emperor, but not that many. Except control plays Mirrex and Emperor. Yeah, but you don't... You also play creatures, man. You're allowed to block. Zola Toyak. I actually think that card's better than it seems, though. The Smiling Flood. Commander asks Andy. Mist Dancer. Look at all these cool cards that we are not allowed to use. For absolutely no reason. I skip. 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 We get to an uncommon. Oh, we're allowed to use the uncommons. Waterlogged Hulk. 1 mana. Artifact. Tap, mill a card. Craft with Island. Into a 4/4 Vigilance. Can't be blocked. Crew 1. Pretty good. Big problem that you have to craft with Island, though. Because the best place for a card like this is Sultai, right? And Sultai doesn't actually have any lands that say Island on it. So this is a 2-color card maximum. And there's not really a 2-color deck with blue in it that cares about milling. The dual lands are islands? They're not, man. They're not. None of the lands are islands. Apart from the only non-basic lands that are named in Standard are the Triomes, I think. It's a great card, though, if you actually had some lands that said island on it. Jade Seedstones. 4 mana. Artifact. ETB put 3 +1/+1 counters. Flip for 7 into a 7/7 where you gain life equal to the mana value of the card exiled to craft it. Seems awful. Spyglass. This doesn't do anything, right? Because we've already got Nido. Dreadmaw's Ire. But reprint, so you can see cards like Sorcerer's Spyglass just give away that this change to standard rotation was like a last minute decision, right? Because, I mean, I guess they were intending to bring this in to replace Pithing Nido. But now there's no rotation, so it's completely useless card. Dreadmaw's Ire. Red instant. Until end of turn, attacking creature gets +2/+2 trample, and when it deals damage to a player, destroy artifact that player controls. Okay. This card's insane. Oh, mega insane. Not much else to say. Cracked. Tendril of the Myco Tyrant. 2 mana 2/2 creature. For 7. Put 7 counters on non-creature land. 7 counters, huh? Limited God. This is a limited God, yeah. Pretty crazy. Synapse Necromage. 3 mana, 3/1. When it dies, create 2 fungus, can't block. Okay, also limited God, this one. 3 mana, 5/3 on 3 bodies, by the way. Very fair and balanced. Trumpeting Carnosaur. 6 mana Dino. Trample, ETB Discover 5, and for 3 you can discard it to deal 3 to creature or planeswalker. Alright, this one's sick. Actual sick. No on-cast thing, huh? Is it? I think it's good, right? It's an insane reanimator target. Because it discards itself, kills a creature, and then when you reanimate ETB, you discover, right? You can hit another reanimate spell. Also pretty good with that Dino we saw earlier that ramps to this one. But you need 2 red lands though. Gets countered, and now we've got the land, right? You got the new land that prevents it getting countered. Wait, this thing is insane with Amonkhet, yeah. Grixis is back. Amonkhet plus this is no joke. I guess the problem is that Discover, to be fair, Discover is not very good with blue. Discover is any non-land, right? Because you're gonna hit you're gonna hit counters. You can't play blue without counters, so I guess it's not that good. It's a cool card though. Oger Castlum, the Deepest Growth. 5 mana, 6/5 trample. Deal damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. You put a creature card and a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest in the bottom of it in a random order. When it dies, transform into a green land. And for 4, flip it back with 10 permanents. Pretty bad. Big dumb idiot that needs to connect. Yep. This versus Leyline Binding, by the way. Good game. Sunfall, yeah, but I mean, Leyline Binding's even worse, right? Kutzil, the Malamute Exemplar. 3 mana, 3/3 Cat Warrior. Opponent can't cast spells during your turn. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power greater than its base power deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Not bad, you know. This card is not bad, but the deck that it goes in is going to be bad, though. Yeah, works with equipment, yeah, true. Nah. Sleeper. Saheeli's Lattice. ETB, 2-mana artifact, ETB, you may discard a card if you do, draw 2. Craft with 1 or more dinosaurs for 5. And you get a X4, where power is power of exiled card used to craft it. But what is going on with the craft thing? Can opponent kill your like target in response? Yeah. Right, so it's just fucked then, huh? You need cheaper ones, man. Specialize in Alchemy had the same problem, but the cheap specialized cards were still worth it though. But these craft cards are just all so expensive, man. Arco de Otaclan. 1 white artifact. ETB Scry 2. Craft with an artifact for 3 to get a 1/4 flyer. When it attacks, target creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. He can't kill in response. Specialize is really cool, man. I don't think they'll ever bring it back because generally people thought it was annoying, but I personally liked it. What about Magic the Gathering, but every card has Specialize? Now we're talking, huh? Zoyowa Lavatongue. BR. Goblin, another Gobbo. Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, each opponent may discard a card or sack a permanent. Deal 3 if they don't. This is just a creature. Pretty bad. Thousand Moons Smithy. ETB, create a white gnome soldier artifact creature with power and toughness are equal to number of artifacts and or creatures you control. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, tap 5 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control. Transform into a white land. Whenever you cast an artifact or creature spell using mana produced by Barracks of the Thousand, create a white gnome soldier artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to number of artifacts and creatures you control. This is gas, no? This is mega gas. Rare token maker that actually makes a token on the turn that you play it. Wedding announcement tier, by the way. Dies to a braid. Yeah, the artifact does. You still got your creature, man. Opponent's going to have to use their braid on the creature. This is, unlike the other ones, it's true. This is actually a legendary land. Most of the other like flip cards that we've seen are not legendaries when they're lands. So this is... I mean, that kind of makes it a 2 of at most in your deck, but it would have been a 2 of at most anyway, probably. Just to make your deck good. The land itself is also an artifact land. It's very cool, man. Very, very cool. I mean, it has to be good, right? So when you first cast it, yeah, you get a Karn minus. So I mean, it's better than Karn minus. Because it also counts your just normal creatures, right? Alright, give me 1 sec, chat. I think this is really good, man. I think. I will be trying this. Okay, chat. What's the... Ecuador! Let's go through the checklist of standard playable 4 mana cards to work out if this is good or bad. Can it attack into Shelly? Yes. Is it fast enough to boink ramp sometimes? Yes. Does it get farmed by Wandering Emperor? No. I like what I hear. Pretty good, right? It passes the trifecta of Doom, I would say. It does get counted by Airtie, yes, but that's okay, right? That's okay. Seems good to me, man. Seems good to me. Hallowed Haunting level gas. It's way better than Hallowed Haunting, man. And Hallowed Haunting's already pretty decent. I think this is one of the best cards I've seen so far. I'm very excited to try it. I like cards like that. Calamitous Caven. Deals X damage to each creature in each planeswalker, where X is the number of caves you control, plus the number of caves in your graveyard. It's a cave board wipe payoff, but it just costs the same amount of mana as all the other board wipes anyway. Caves Ablaze. I mean, yeah, if it costs 3, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? When it costs 4, what's the hell's the point? I mean, obviously this is it's only playable in Caves Tribal, and I can't imagine Cave Tribal will be good. One set deck in a 20 set standard, by the way. Overstone Pilgrim. 5 mana, 2/5 flyer. Ward 2. I skip. Petrify. That is cooped up, but worse. Kutzel's Flanker. 3 mana, 3/1 flash. ETB choose 1. Put a counter on Flanker for each creature that left the battlefield under your control this turn. Gain 2, scry 2, exile graveyard. Okay. Omega Gas. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I guess the one downside is Cat Warriors are really useless, but, you know, still good. Not a legendary. Very cool. You do get the counters around Sunfall. Yeah, it's not creatures that died this turn, it's creatures that left the battlefield. Very cool. I mean, this thing is obviously very, 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 very good. Corpses of the Lost. 3 mana enchantment. Skeletons you control get +1/+0 and have haste. Okay. I like haste. skeleton. I just some of them. I don't have some of them crafted. Okay. Okay. ETB create a 2/2 black skeleton pirate creature token. So it's 3 mana, 3/2 haste to start with. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to hand. I mean, I guess it's a good thing there's not a lot of skeletons in standard, because this thing would be banging otherwise. BOP, man. Yeah, not much use to haste your conscript, huh, when it comes in comes in tapped. Yeah, I mean, what about historic, man? Tiny Bones, Death Baron, Bone Dragon, Skitherix, Underworld Sentinel, Flame Skull. Still awful, yeah. Sad. Triumphant Chomp. Red. Deal damage to creature equal to 2 or the greatest power among dinosaurs you control, whichever is greater. Okay, gas. Big gas. Cogwork Wrestler. 1 mana Flash Gnome. ETB, target creature and opponent controls get -2/-0 until end of turn. Okay, challenge not to say you just got gnomed. Impossible. Please don't say it, chat. You're better than this. Okay, this is a highbrow comedy stream. I don't want your TikTok jokes. I mean, this card is pretty insane, though. 1 mana flash artifact creature. Fabrication Foundry. 2 mana artifact, tap to add white to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifact sources. For 3 and a tap, exile 1 or more artifacts you control with total mana value X, return target artifact card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. Okay, this is insane gas too. Very much insane gas. Not legendary, for once. Standard artifacts is about to pop off, yeah. Hopefully. We need portable hole, though. Deep Fathom Echo. 4 mana, 4/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, explore. Then you may have it become a copy of another creature you control until end of turn. Merfolk Spirit. Weird. Nice types, very nice types, yeah. Seems just this does not pass the trifecta of Doom test though. Good against ramp, and this card is not good against ramp, but your deck will be. Good against Emperor? Nope. Good against Shelly? Nope. Caverns Sunburn. 2 red white. Human soldier. When it attacks, tap 2 untapped artifacts or creatures. If you do, discover 3. Okay. Insane limited card, this one. Inverted Iceberg. 2 mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, mill a card, then draw a card. Okay. Craft for 6 into a 6/6 golem when it attacks. Tap or untap target artifact or creature. Untap artifact. Monk ass. I mean, this is insane and limited too, man. Absolutely insane. Promising Vein. Caveland. Make colorless, or for 2, search your library for a basic, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. You're not sure, but you like this card? Nah. Yeah, fetch land Cropium. Keeper of the Inner Sky. 1 mana rare white creature, huh? Alright, best of 1 Andes, pay attention. As long as there are 3 or more counters on Keeper of the Inner Sky, it has flying and vigilance. Tap 3 untapped artifacts and or creatures you control, put a 1/1 counter on Keeper of the Inner Sky, then scry 1. Activate only as a sorcery. RIP. No new cards for best of 1 Andes. It's a soldier? Yeah, but soldiers attack, man. So they certainly don't operate at sorcery speed, I'll tell you that. Zoetic Glyph. 3 mana, make an artifact 5/4. When it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, discover 3. Wow. Very good. Limited the bomb. This is not completely terrible and constructed, man. You pay 1 more mana than in Soul to get Discover 3 if it dies. That is pretty good. Very interesting one. Guardian of the Great Door. 2 mana 4/4. As an additional cost to cast a spell, tap 4 untapped artifacts, creatures, and or lands you control. Flying. I don't know, chat. I think this is bad. I mean, it's just Convoke, right? This is a 2 mana 4/4 flyer with Convoke, or I guess it's 6 mana 4/4 flyer with Convoke. Maybe you'll end up playing this if you're already playing the knight. I guess if the knight is good, then this is good in the same deck, but the knight is so much better. You can hit this off of Discover. Not in Constructed, man. Maybe this will be your 5th to 8th knight in mono white, but I think mono white does pretty well with just the 4, right? I don't know if it needs more than that, but have it like getting a flyer into your mono white deck doesn't sound too bad. Maybe you'll play like 4 knights and maybe 2 of this. We'll see. Could be worth a try. Counsel about the main takeaway is you're never going to play that angel until you've already got at least 4 knights in your deck, right? But once you've got 4 knights and you want another one, maybe you want the angel. Council of Echoes, 6 mana 4/4, descend 4. When it ETBs, if you've descended 4, return a non-land permanent other than Council of Echoes to its owner's hand. Pretty goddamn bad. Stinging Cave Trawler. 3 mana 1/3 Death Touch. When it attacks, if there are 4 or more permanents in your graveyard, draw a card, lose a life. Okay, Mega Gas. Unlimited. Tarian's Soul Cleaver. 1 mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature has vigilance. When an artifact or creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a counter on equipped creature. I honestly did. This is pretty good. In my old age, like, you know, I'm 32 now, guys. Before I was 30, I was a bit of a vigilance hater, but now I've come to appreciate that vigilance is absolutely broken. Absolutely busted. Yeah, it's not cards, so you'll get procs off of treasures, you'll get procs off of blood tokens, you'll get procs off of creature tokens. Like this plus anvil, this plus I don't know, whatever. It's gas, no? Opponent stuff as well, yeah, this plus removal spells. I think it's pretty good, man. This plus Cauldron, yeah. This plus 4/4 Angel, please. This is a good card. Haters that are clueless. Chupacabra Echo. Beast Horror Spirit. ETB, target creature an opponent controls gets -X, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. It's actual Chupacabra. Bad Chupacabra? It's better than Chupacabra, no? But Chupacabra is pretty bad, though. I don't think you want to play cards like this in 2023, but hey. Still, it is a 2-for-1, okay? Don't sleep on 2-for-1s. Forgotten Monument. Land. Tap to add Law's Dollars. Other caves you control have tap, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. Other caves. And what's the deal with the caves, man? See, who the hell cares? Lodestone Needle. 2 mana flash, ATB, tap a creature or artifact and put 2 stuns. Craft with an artifact for 3. Target creature you control explores, activate only as a sorcery. Sleeper. Dirge of the Forgotten. Blue-black sorcery. Descend 8. If your graveyard has 8 or more permanents when you cast a spell, choose 1 or more instead. Return non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Target opponent discards a card. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. This is a card. Now we are talking. Soul Timey. Yes! Sorcery. I don't give a fuck if it's sorcery, man. This is bad. This thing is insane, dude. You are crazy. Bounce, discard, draw. 2 mana. Actual insane. And because of the ordering, if they have an empty hand, they have to discard the thing you bounce, right? Because it does it 1 at a time. Dude, cracked. Giga card. This card would be fine even without Descend. When did we start hating on versatility? Well, you want to be able to do this on turn 2? Bounce their thing, make them discard and draw. You want to be able to do that on turn 2? That's a little greedy, man. That's a little... You're asking for a little much there. I mean, I like powerful spells, but that's a bit too far. You said if it's bad on curve, it's trash. For a creature, yeah. And a planeswalker, like for stuff that goes on the battlefield, yes, not spells, man. The Disdainful Stroke is trash, by the way. This thing is insane, man. Absolutely insane. Restless Reef. Enters the battlefield tapped. This is a blue-black land. 5, you get a 4/4 shark with Death Touch. When it attacks, target player mills 4. Hell yeah, brother, hell yeah. Now we're talking. Alright. Dude, Sultai is gonna pop, man. It's already like really strong too. Sultai is feasting. Give me, yes. Give me a rare Golgari spell, please. Sorcery. Return to the battlefield, target non-land permanent card in your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to the number of permanent cards in your... What, this thing is fucking insane too. What the hell? This thing is nasty, dude. What? You can't put a bunch of instants and sorceries in your Descend deck. There's only 2. What do you mean? There's only 2. I guess you need some counters, so it'll be like 3, right? It's not a big a deal. Like, you did 10 instants and sorceries, 50 permanents, you're chilling. Your lands count, remember? Your lands count. Cut down, go for the throat. No, there's permanent alternatives to go for the throat, man. Go for the throat's just a removal. You can handle that, no problem. I mean, this card is obviously absolutely insane. Like, absolutely. This is even better than the Demir one. Somehow. This is like a fucking legacy card, dude. What the hell is this? I feel like I must be reading this wrong, man. Legacy has 10 1 to 2 mana reanimations for creatures, yeah. This is any permanent, dude. It's any permanent. Like, that you use this, bring back a fucking Bolas's Citadel, GG. This thing is insane, dude. Absolutely insane. Any permanent, yeah. If you cast a 3 mana spell in Legacy to win the game, Doomsday or Show and Tell is better? Yes, probably, man. But the fact that you can even consider this as an option shows how powerful it is, right? Okay, maybe it's the third best option. But, come on. That doesn't mean that it's bad. That means it's insanely good. Zoyowa's Justice. 1 in a red instant. The owner of target artifact or creature with mana value 1 or greater shuffles it into their library. Then that player discovers X. We need to start again. The owner of target artifact or creature with mana value 1 or greater shuffles it into their library. Then that player discovers X, where X is its mana value. What a weird card. It's a combo card? Kind of, yeah, but like how though? How do you combo it? It's good with like double face cards, right? Well, prototype, yeah, but you can do it better than that though. Aegon, yeah, like Aegon's a good example, right? You pay the artifact for 1, and then you get a 3-drop. I mean, there's got to be something better than that, but along those lines, yeah. But Valky. No, but this card looks at Valky as a 2-drop though. It looks at Aegon as a 3-drop. Valky won't work. It needs to be the other way around, right? This card is busted though, but like it depends. If I don't know if we actually have the tools to use it or not. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Akal Pakal, the first among equals. 2 and a blue for a legendary creature human advisor. At the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Okay. 1/5. What a weird stat line, man. 1/5. Not a lot of 1/5s. Okay, but how do you get an artifact into play on opponent's turn? Because that's the killer for this card, huh? Yeah, of course. Anybody can draw a card on their own turn. How do you get an artifact in play on their turn so you can draw again? Treasures, yes. Mirex tokens, okay. Keep talking, chat. Keep coming. Big score, okay. Foundry. Foundry is a good way of making artifacts, yeah. This plus cat oven. Grixis cat oven. Don't know about that. Poisoner? Yeah, Poisoner doesn't really fit the rest of your deck, though. Oh, blood token, yes, but how do you need to put the blood token into play on their turn, right? That's not easy. I mean, this has to be good, surely. This is like... It's just that it's a 1/5 Glissa, isn't it? And it's better than Glissa. And people play Glissa. Where's the streamer that calls every card shit? Well, we've hit a little patch of decent cards here, man. Some combo cards, some creatures that draw. Like these are the cards that actually are good. Creatures which draw cards. Strong. We have to try this, man. We've got to try this. You just got to make sure... I don't think it's that good if you're never making artifacts on opponent's turns, so you need to solve that problem. But if you can solve that problem, you're on to a winner. Chimmel the Inner Sun. 6 mana artifact. Spells you control can't be countered. At the beginning of your end step, discover 5. Get out of my face, please. Face of Terror. Two mana. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals a hand. Choose an artifact or creature from among them, discard the card. Craft with 2 creatures for 6. When it into a 5/4 ETB or attack mill 2. Gas? No, this is not gas, man. It's not gas. Because you can never craft it, right? It's actually just a 2 mana Dreams of Steel and Oil. You can't craft this, dude. You've got to give up 2 creatures. How can you can't craft it? You've got to give up 2 creatures to get a bad creature. A 5/4 that doesn't do anything. You use creatures from the graveyard. Okay, then the card is better. But it's still bad though. It's not as you would never put this in your sideboard instead of Dreams of Steel and Oil. And you don't even really put that in your sideboard anyway. There's no 0% chance for constructed that you can use this. Not gonna happen. Glowcap Lantern. We've got a better alternative, right? Green equipment. Equipped creature has you may look at the top of your library any time, and whenever this creature attacks, it explores. Equip 2. Okay. That's not good. Why can't I play the cards at the top from the top of my deck? I can only look. Diamond Pickaxe. An equipment with Indestructible. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, and whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure. Okay. Insane. Like, absolutely insane. What the fuck? I mean, the pick was already crazy, but this one, you get +1/+1 and the equipment has Indestructible. What? It's got 2 buffs. And then the pick had to connect with face too, right? To make a treasure. It's got 3 buffs. This just gets it when it attacks. What the hell? Decent and limited. What do you mean decent, man? This is going to be the best card in the set. You're crazy. Or a best non-rare. For limited, right? I'm on one today. What do you mean? This fucking thing is crazy. +1/+1. Whenever you attack, make a treasure. I like. I can't believe they made pick better. That's madness. But I'm not going to cry about it because I'm a certified pick believer. Sentinel of the Nameless City. 2G Merfolk Warrior Scout. 3 mana, 3/4 Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, create a map token. Okay, also decent, man. Dude, we're getting some pretty good cards. Am I losing it? What's going on here? Three, 4 vigilance for 3 with an ETB and an on hit attack trigger. Like that is just really good, man. That is just a good creature. 4/3 would be nicer, but I'll take a 3/4. Map tokens are going to be great. They will be good, yeah. If you're a map token hater, I would point your silly eyes to blood tokens and ask why you're not learning from your mistakes. If you refuse to learn from your mistakes, then you're the fool. This is why we don't play removal spells that give the opponent 2 map tokens, because you're gonna fucking die. Molten Collapse. Black-red, choose one. If you descended this turn, you may choose both instead. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, destroy target non-creature, non-land, permanent with mana value 1 or less. Seems fine. Just a removal spell in it. Pretty good one. No, you can't really do anything with this in standard, but you can elsewhere though. Kills Kamano? Yeah, only if it hasn't flipped yet, right? But yeah, it's probably the best use for it. Yeah, I mean, this will see play in many formats, surely. It does not destroy the new pick, so true. Indestructible, by the way. Lorekeeper. Ixalan's Lorekeeper. 1/1 Druid for green. Tap to make any 1 mana of any colour, spend to cast a Dino or activate an ability of a Dino source. Okay, this thing's obviously insane. It's Llanowar Elf for Dino Tribal. Activate an ability of a Dino source, so you can discard your red rare guy, right? On turn 2 with this. To use it as a removal. Pretty cool. Hey man, another, like, dude, we've had like 10. Maybe all 10 won't see play, but we've had 10 decent cards in a row. Like, this is pretty nuts. I can't remember the last time we had this many good cards in a row in any set. What am I doing here? Yeah, I'm looking for dinos that are not in the current set, please. What you search and stuff? You fucking idiot. Frilly, Stompy, Itali. Okay, not a huge amount, but not a tiny amount either. A few decent ones, right? Kogla I actually think is okay. Some of these are better than others, but you've got some choices. No cheap ones is the main problem, right? This can give you a turn 2 Stomper though, which is pretty nasty. Alright, I mean, we're gonna try Dinos, chat. This will be a Dino stream, confirmed. Starved Revenant, 4 mana Spirit Horror, 4 mana 4/4. ETB Surveil 2, for each card you put on top of your library, draw a card, lose 3 life. Descend 8. Whenever you draw a card, if you have 8 or more cards in your graveyard, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Bruh. That's another, like, good card, man. It's actually, like, 11 cards in a row that are good. Is it? I mean, how is this not good, man? It's better than Shelly and Sultai, that's for sure. It will replace Shelly and Sultai. Why not both? There's no space for both, right? Because you need airtime too. Six life is too much. It's not six life. It's 4 life, right? And deal 2 to them. I mean, like obviously you're only gonna play this in a deck where you actually descend. Are you gonna review the full set? I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to. This is good, man. This is good. Again, there's at least one deck where it's better than Shelly, and that's listen, chat. Not many cards are better than Shelly in any decks, right? So come on. Might only be one deck where it's better than Shelly, but one deck is more than most cards. Akawale, the Seething Tower. 3 mana, 3/3. Fungus. As long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, Akawale, the Seething Tower gets +2/+2 and has trample. 3 mana, 5/5 trample. If there are 8 or more permanent cards, it's a 7/7 can't be blocked by more than one creature. Okay. Finally a card that's not playable. But, bro, it's not that far off, man. It's not that far off. So these cards are mad. It's very close to being good. Spunking Merfolk. 3 mana, 2/4. Whenever a creature explores, Spunking Merfolk gets +1/+1 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. Seems bad. Vanguard of the Rose. 2 mana, 3/1. Pay 1, sacrifice another creature or artifact. Gain indestructible until end of turn, tap it. Meh. These type of effects are nice, but not like you can't pay 1 for it, man. That's scuffed. The Ancient One. 2 mana, 8/8. What? Descend 8. Can't attack or block unless you have 8 or less. And if you have less than 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. 4 mana, draw, discard. When you do, target player mills cards equal to that card's mana value. Bruv, this is fucking cracked too. What's going on? Yeah, this plus Ob. Not bad. Any fight riggers? Man, fuck fight rigging. Give me Ob. This plus Tyvar. Very nice. Only works with exactly 8 permanents. No. I think it's just a bad translation. It works with 8 or more. It's just that it's a grammatically incorrect translation. Less than 8 or more. It's a weird set of words, because I mean, that means if you had 1,000 permanents in your graveyard, it wouldn't work. Because that is less than 1,001, which is more than 8. Right? Way too dank for sure. Everything is less than 8 or more, yes. Turn 3, Ob can ult right away, yes. And you still have a 1 loyalty Ob after it. This into Ob is no joke. Alright. Mega Gas. Glimpse of Core. 2 mana sorcery, choose 1. Search your library for a basic forest, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffled, return cave from graveyard to battlefield tapped. Yeah, this is trash and standard though. This is not Pog, man. There are no lands that say forest. This is not Pog. Except basics. There's no decks have more than 1 basic forest, except Ramp, I guess, but they don't have any. I don't think they're going to play this. This is not good. Beep booba boop. Triome, I can't do triomes. Basic forest only. I'm calling this a little too scuffed. Zeal, the current conductor. 2/3 merfolk. Whenever a creature you control explores a land, you may put a land from hand onto the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature you control explores a non-land, put a counter on Zeal. Okay, Explore Lord. Explore payoff, huh? But it doesn't explore it itself. So that is bad. Right? That's bad, right? At least I think so. It would be broken. What do you mean it would be broken? I mean, it would be good, yeah. To be fair. Might actually be very good. It would be a 2 mana 4/5. True. True. True, that's pretty true. Bloodthorn Flail. Black. Equip, pay 3 or discard a card +2/+1. Meh. Dusk Rose Reliquary. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Ward 2. ETB exile artifact or creature an opponent controls until Dusk Rose Reliquary leaves the battlefield. Okay. Insane gas. Mega gas. This plus artifact tribal. I did say we don't have portable hole, but this can be better than portable hole in some decks. One mana Oblivion Ring seems good with Ward 2, yeah. One mana O-Ring with Ward 2. All you have to do is sack a token of some kind. Yeah, it can't sack Hopeless Nightmare, that's sad, but I mean, just another gas card, dude. Crazy. The Magmatic Galleon, 5 mana vehicle. ETB deal 5 to creature an opponent controls. When one or more creatures your opponent controls are dealt excess non-combat damage, create a treasure crew 2. I mean, yep, boat. Like, this is insane too. Like, actually new boat. Do you mean, come on, this is not insane? This is better than the normal boat. If you're playing red, obviously. Doesn't deal damage on attack. Yeah, what are trade-offs? What are trade-offs? Boat deals damage upon attack, yes, but it also has some creatures it can't kill that the Galleon can. They are different, they are similar. Yep. This plus Greasefang, which is legal and standard, by the way. Pretty good. Legal card. And Unearth. Yep. The other day seen 5 mana cards need to win you the game. No, I said 5 mana cards need to impact the board immediately. Which this does. What the hell are you talking about? I said, what are the playable 5 mana cards in standard? Gix's Command. Sunfall. That's about it. Because they impact the board a lot when they come into play, right? So does this. You've immediately got the biggest creature in the board and kill their biggest one. It's like this is good. better than having the biggest creature in the board because it's hard to remove too, right? Virtue, yes, but Virtue is a weird one because it does something else before that turn, right? So it's hard to compare, but it's also good, yeah. What was that about no red mid-range cards? True, man. True. Belligerent Yearling. Another 2-mana Dino. So we've got two 2-mana Dinos. And a 1-mana Dork too. ETB. When another dinosaur ETB is under your control, you may have Belligerent Yearling's base power become equal to that creature's power. Pretty nice again, man. Pretty nice again. 2-mana 3/2 trample. That is sometimes a 4/2, sometimes a 5/2, sometimes a 6/2. Sure. I accept this. I very much accept this. Rampaging Ceratops. 5-mana 5/4. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Okay, scuffed. Not very good when it doesn't have mountain cycling on it. Colossadactyl. 4-mana 4/5 reach trample. Scuffed. CROKEYZ Erekavakos. Nooks and crannies. 1 green for an enchantment. Oh no. Not some more Nykthos bullshit, please. If a creature you control would explore. Okay, never mind. You instead scry 1, then explore. When Nooks and Crannies enters the battlefield, target creature you control explores. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands, transform into an 8th land, which lets you do 3 green tap. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal a creature from among them, put it into your hand. It's green as Kanta, huh? But you need to play creatures that explore, though. I don't know. Seems... It's too limiting on what cards you can play it with, right? It do be doing hella things for 1 mana, though, yeah. That is true. Ignore first line and the card is good? I don't think it is good if you ignore first line, man. If you ignore first line, ETB, you pay 1, you get an Explore. Then when you have 7 lands, you flip into, like, a recruitment officer. But white's got a recruitment officer that costs 1, man. Or that you can use from turn 4, I mean, right? It's that I don't think this is good enough unless you're exploring. And your deck won't be good if you've filled it with explore cards. I don't believe in this. I don't think. No, I don't believe in this. Ramp card again, but it's not that good in ramp, man. Ramp doesn't have any creatures in it. Ramp's got like Dino, some Dinos, the Atraxas, and the Angels. That's it. You're gonna have to dig like 2 or 3 times to even find a creature. Like, compare the number of creatures in Ramp to the number of, like, instants and sorceries in Gandalf when they're playing as Kanta. It's not even close to the same, right? I think this is a scam. Unless... Like, not every creature in your deck has to explore, but you need to be able to make, like, a creature deck and then just look at the cards in your deck and say, oh, you know, like 3 or 4 of these good creatures just happen to have Explore in them, okay, I guess I'll add the nooks and crannies then. But if you try and build around this, you're going to end up with your deck being bad. Really, really bad. Colossal Leech. 8 mana Leech. Costs 1 less to cast for each cave you control and have in the graveyard lifelink. Seems bad. It's not that. It certainly is not that blue creature that's a 1 mana 5/5 reward. 1 mana 5/5 lifelink? Yeah, when you've got 7 lands in play, sure. Market Gnome. We've seen this one, haven't we? Have we reached the end, chat? We have. Ecuador! Ecuador!